All right, shalawam, shalawam. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, yahawashi, Ba'ashem, rawchaa, qadash. Double honors be upon the elders and apostles of GMS, and peace and blessings be upon the elect, yasharahla. Now, I wanted to start off in this scripture, Luke, the 17th chapter, and this is admonishment, and this even goes to myself, Akim. But faith is our key element to for us to be healed, for us to be for us to get the things that we need, in this truth to endure, for anything. So in order to get more faith, you have to sacrifice. And even myself, the flesh is you can't let the flesh overpower you in you doing what you need to do. And like I said, Akim, I take my own advice, because the flesh can sometimes overpower your spirit, but when it does that, you have to immediately fast and pray. It's important to do that, But this is Luke chapter 17. I started 14, and he said, and when he saw them, he said unto them, go, shew yourselves unto the priest. And it came to pass that as they went, they were cleansed. And one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back, and with a loud voice glorified the Most High, Yahawah, and fell down on his face at his feet, giving him thanks. And he saw a Samaritan, and Yahawah answering said, Salak. And he saw a Samaritan, and went Salak. And he was a Samaritan. And Yahawah answering said, were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? Verse 18, it says, there are not found that returned. They are not found that returned to give glory to Yahawah, save this stranger. When he said unto him, arise, go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. So that's a lesson, or it's an example of our faith purifying us, or our faith making us blameless or perfect. So I want to look up this word whole. So it's sazo. It means to save or to keep safe sound, to rescue from danger or destruction. So our faith is what's going to hold us, or it's going to make us safe in those days. But in order for you to get more faith, in order for you to get the key element that heals us, in order for you to access faith, you have to make a sacrifice. Now this is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahawah, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So the main thing that holds us back from not being healed, or not being able to get the things that we need, or not being able to pay for certain things, or going through certain infirmities, or anything that we go through, it's because we didn't make the proper sacrifice. In order for you to get faith, which is your shield from all of the things that are going to happen to you, inevitably it's going to happen. In order for you to access faith, you have to give the sacrifice. So, and that's just how it is, So that's why I read Romans 12. I'm going to read it again. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren. Now want to look up that word beseech. To call one aside, call for, summon, to address. So basically Paul's like let me spit game to you real quick. Let me tell you how it is. Let me tell you the protocol, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahawah Shema Shai. See, that's the thing. So in order, the Most High is sore Salaki. Now I was gonna say afraid, but that's spiritual demon Satan. The Most High is sore angry with his people. So he said, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. So the Most High, because we abused back then in the Old Testament, we abused the sacrificial law, and that's why Paul he enforced in the 7th chapter that the law is spiritual, but our people made it carnal. And that's the thing. The law is very, very spiritual, but our people carnalized the sacrificial law. They willfully sinned, and then they gave a sacrifice. But Hebrews 12 verse not 12. Hebrews 10 verse 26 tells you that if you willfully sin, there's no sacrifice for that. So Salaki, give me a second. So Hebrews 12 and 26 tells you that if you willfully sin, there's no sacrifice for that. And our people used to, they carnalized the sacrificial law. So Yahawah Shema Shai sent Yahawashi, and there was no Salaki, the Most High turned his back on his people in Hosea 1 verse 9, 1 verse 10, 1 verse 9 and 10. And our people, the Most High called us not his people. So that's why he sent Yahawashi. And then we were to take on the same steps as Yahawashi, which is to give our body as a living sacrifice. And that's the mercy that Yahawah Shema Shai had on us. Okay, since you want to carnalize sacrificial law, sacrifice yourself now. And that's how the Most High works. And that's him being merciful, because he didn't have to. He didn't have to send Yahawashi. He didn't have to do any of these things. And that's the point that I'm trying to stress, is that in order for you to get more faith, in order for you to move in this truth, in order for you to upgrade, in order for you to take that step up, in order for you to advance in this truth, you have to give a sacrifice. And like I said, this is sheer admonishment for not only the brothers that are watching this video, but for myself. Because that's the main thing that brothers don't want to do. That's the main, and it's not really brothers, it's the flesh. It's the flesh that tries to hold you back from making that sacrifice. And those sacrifices could be you putting off something or fasting from something. The main sacrifice in this truth is fasting. And I was watching a video, which I'm gonna show it in here. I would advise brothers to watch. Where is it? Salakia. This video right here. Oh, to be made holy. That's literally what sacrifice means. To be made separate. To be made holy. So we have to use our bodies to make us holy. And how do we do that? By cutting off the excess. Cutting off the excess. And that's something I'm still learning to this day in this truth. You know, as a man, I've been in this truth I've been going out on the highways and hedges for about 2 years. But I've been in the truth for about 4. So to this day, it's still things I need to learn. It's still ways I need to put on. It's still a lot of things I need to put off. Because just because you've been in the truth for you do it for a while does not mean that you're rooted, and it does not mean that you will be one of the elect. It does not mean anything just because you're in the truth or you've been in the truth for a while. The Most High, you got to understand how selective He is. The Most High may use you as an example, and that's exactly why we need to make that sacrifice. Because I don't want to be an example, man. I don't want to be an example for something wicked. I want to be glorified. I want to glorify with Yahawah. You know, I need to glorify with Yahawah, because there's nothing in this world for me, man. And same goes as Ak Young. Now, it slips my mind. All right, I just look it up on Google because John chapter 14, verse 13. Now, Salakia. Okay. This is John chapter 14, verse 12. It says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. Now, basically, okay, yeah, let me keep reading. It says, and whatsoever ye ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. Now, the reason why I brought this out is when you perform that sacrifice, this is one of the many things that is granted unto you, or will be granted unto you. Because it says, whatsoever ye ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. So this works. This works. Like the brother said, and that's exactly why I put that skit in that little trim of the video inside my video. It's because this scripture right here works. Whatever you ask in the name of the Lord, he will grant you. But there has to be a sacrifice made in order for him to do that. Now you got to understand something. When you work for something, and there's something everybody knows in the world. When you work for something and you're rewarded, opposed to you just getting a reward, which one do you value more? Or which one do you appreciate more? When you work for it. Now, when you work for the Lord to bless you, it's more appreciated than the Lord just giving you a blessing. It's the same as the kingdom of heaven, man. We're not going to just get the kingdom of heaven. Yes, the kingdom of heaven is prepared for us, but we have to work for it. And same goes as you asking for things in the name of Yahawah. There has to be a sacrifice in order for you to receive it. There has to be a putting off or an offering up in order for you to receive the things that you need, you ask for, you need. And you know what? And I'm going to just end it right there. And I hope the elect was edified through this epistle or admonished through this epistle. I want to give all praises to Yahawah by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem qadash. And double honors be upon the elders and apostles of GMS And peace and blessings be upon the elect, yasharahla, and the brothers risking their lives to push this truth. Shalawam.